Every Formula 1 season has a race that changes everything. In 2025, that race was Barcelona. For over 30 years, the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya has been the place where teams bring their best upgrades and show their real speed. This year, the pressure was even higher. McLaren was leading the championship, but Ferrari, Red Bull and Mercedes all wanted to show they could catch up. The Spanish Grand Prix is always special. In the past, we saw Schumacher's first Ferrari win in 1996 and Verstappen's first F1 victory in 2016. This year, the grandstands were packed. The sun was shining and everyone was asking, would McLaren stay on top or would Barcelona change the season? The 2025 season had already given us close battles and surprises, but now, under the Spanish sun, the tension was at its highest. After a busy Friday of practice and new car parts, Saturday's qualifying was full of drama. The Barcelona track is famous for showing which cars are really fast and which drivers can handle the pressure. In 2025, the fight for pole was closer than ever, with 4 teams in the mix. Teams knew that a good result here could change their whole season. Let's start with the shock of the weekend. Yuki Tsunoda's qualifying disaster. In Spain, things just didn't come together for him. From the first practice, Tsunoda said the car felt wrong, sliding everywhere, using up the tires too quickly and not responding to changes. The Red Bull team tried everything, but the problem stayed. In Q1, Tsunoda was last, more than 6 tenths behind Verstappen and completely frustrated. He said, "Whatever I do, nothing happens. It feels like the car is eating the tires like hell." It could have been the car, the setup, or even Tsunoda's own driving on this tricky circuit. For Tsunoda, Barcelona was a weekend to forget. But while Tsunoda struggled, rookie Isaac Hadjar did very well. Driving for Racing Bulls, Hadjar has surprised many people in 2025. In Barcelona, he reached Q3 for the 3rd race in a row, putting his car in P9. His Q2 lap was in his words mighty. He pushed the car to its limit and showed great skill for a new driver. Hadjar said he found the car's limit earlier than others, but he still got the most out of it. For a young driver, finishing P9 in Spain is a big deal, and it shows that Hadjar is one of the best new talents this year. Now let's talk about the main event, the McLaren fight for pole. Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris have been the story of 2025, and in Barcelona they were in a league of their own. Norris got a tow from Piastri on his first run, but Piastri wasn't happy. He called it cheeky on the radio. On the final laps, Piastri was perfect, beating Norris by 2 tenths and taking pole, his 4th of the season. Verstappen and Russell set the same time for the 2nd row, but Verstappen started ahead because he set his lap first. The McLaren garage was buzzing and everyone knew the race would be a real fight. With qualifying finished, the grid was set. Piastri and Norris on the front row, Verstappen and Russell behind, then Hamilton and Antonelli followed by Leclerc, Gasly, Hadjar and Alonso. Williams had a tough day, with Sainz only 18th and Albon just missing Q3. Tsunoda after his disaster would start from the pit lane. So when the lights went out on Sunday, the tension was huge. Piastri made a clean start from pole, but Verstappen managed to get ahead of Norris into the first corner, moving up to the 2nd place. Norris dropped to the 3rd but stayed close. A few laps later, he managed to get his position back. Russell and Hamilton fought hard in the midfield, while Leclerc made up ground after a strong start. There were no big crashes, but a few drivers went wide in the opening laps as the field settled in. The early laps showed that tire management would be important. With the hot Barcelona sun making the track slippery, right away it was clear that good plans and patience would decide the race. As the race continued, Hadjar kept impressing. Start P9, he stayed calm, avoided trouble and stayed in the points. His speed was good and he looked after his tires well, even as others struggled. Hadjar's driving and focus are making him one of the best stories of 2025. By mid-race, he was fighting with more experienced drivers and showing he belonged in Formula 1. Further back, Williams had another tough day. Their problem started in qualifying, but the race didn't get better. Sainz and Albon both struggled with grip and couldn't find the speed they needed. The long, fast corners of Barcelona just didn't suit their car. Sainz could only manage 14th and Albon retired. The team boss said Barcelona has been a weak spot for years, and this time was the same. Sometimes you just have to survive and wait for the next race. Now let's talk about Charles Leclerc's race. He gained positions at the start and then got ahead of Hamilton. After that, he looked after his tires well, chased Verstappen and pushed every lap. After a late safety car, Leclerc was right there, taking 3rd place and giving Ferrari fans something to cheer about. For Leclerc, Barcelona has always been a difficult track, but this time he showed strong determination and smart racing. In the middle of the pack, Nico Hulkenberg was having one of his best races. By lap 2, he was already in the points, and he kept climbing. That overtake on Hamilton at the end for 5th position was really something special. Not everyone had a good day though. Mercedes suffered another engine failure, this time with rookie Antonelli, who spun into the gravel and had to retire. It's another headache for the team, who just can't seem to catch a break with reliability this season. For Mercedes, 2025 has been a year of ups and downs, and Barcelona showed just how tough things can get. And then there's Max Verstappen. He started strong, getting ahead of Norris at the start and chasing Piastri, but as the race went on, Verstappen complained of no grip and struggled to keep up. He tried a different strategy, making for pit stops and hoping for a safety car. When it finally came, he was on the wrong tires. To make things worse, Verstappen got a 10-second penalty for driving into Russell during a late battle. He finished 10th, a rare tough day for the champion. For Max, Barcelona has always been a special place. Remember his first win in 2016? But this time, it didn't just work out. As the checkered flag waved, Oscar Piastri took a dominant win, leading every lap and making it a McLaren 1-2 with Norris in second. Leclerc's hard work earned him third, with Russell 4th, Hulkenberg 5th and Hadjar 7th, and Verstappen, after his penalty, finished far from where he wanted to be. This race was more than just another win for McLaren. With the new rules, Barcelona was supposed to shake up the order, but McLaren stayed strong. Piastri's win means he keeps the lead in the championship, but Norris is just 10 points behind. Verstappen is still in the fight, but after this weekend he'll need to bounce back fast. Barcelona showed why it's the real test of the season. The teams that do well here can fight everywhere. For McLaren, it's another step toward the title. For Ferrari, Red Bull and Mercedes, it's clear that closing the gap will take something special in the races ahead. And for the rookies and midfield teams, it's proof that anything can happen in Formula 1.